did people who died 2,000 years ago become what may be the best preserved ancient bodies ever found? Who was the woman many have called the world's most perfect mummy? Officials in the city of Changsha announced one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries ever made in China. Work crews digging through a hill called Ma Wang Dui had stumbled on an ancient tomb. Inside, they'd found the body of a woman who'd been dead for more than 2,000 years. Chinese scientists met to discuss the new discovery, but no one wanted to take responsibility for examining the ancient corpse. An obscure junior scientist named Peng Longxiang put up his hand.
I was a fearless young man then, and I decided to conduct the autopsy.
On a 2,000-year-old woman, so well preserved, Peng and his colleagues could dissect her like a modern corpse. Her flesh was still soft and elastic. Her skin was the same light yellow color it had been when she was alive. Her brain was only half its normal size, but completely intact. And found all her internal organs still in place. Wang Dui still dazzles and puzzles the world's top forensic anthropologists. Her name was almost certainly Xin Jue.
She was an aristocrat. She was a major member of a ruling family, and she led a life of considerable ease and luxury.
2,000 years ago, Xin Jue was the wife of a powerful lord named the Marquis of Dai. Her modern home, the Hunan Provincial Museum, displays a life-size reconstruction of her. An elegant, beautiful woman stares at us. But Professor Peng's autopsy suggests a very different look.
The lady's body has shrunk quite a bit. The wrinkles on the skin tell us she was quite fat when she was alive.
The Lady of Dai's love affair with dinner seemed confirmed by the treasures found in her tomb. More than 1,000 artifacts. 2/3 of them connected with food and drink. 30 sealed bamboo baskets held everything from pears, plums, and soybeans to the bones of pigs, oxen, dogs, pheasants, and some 10 other animals.
When most people think of mummies, they think of a dry mummy wrapped in linen found in Egypt. That's the old classic one. The Egyptian approach, the internal organs needed to be removed quickly. It's quite impressive. In many ways, a step above what the Egyptians achieved.
We call our Chinese corpses wet bodies. No one had reported anything like them before we found Xin Jue.
Archaeologist Charles Hyam of New Zealand believes there's only one way to truly appreciate why Xin Jue looks as good as she does. You have to come here, to the hill of Ma Wang Dui, where she was buried, and see with your own eyes the incredible work of the men who buried her. Xin Jue went to paradise inside one of the largest tombs ever dug, a massive inverted pyramid over 12 meters deep.
And the first thing you notice when you come into it is how icy cold it is. It's a sort of natural refrigerator.
But natural refrigeration wasn't the only thing Xin Jue's embalmers understood. This pattern pressed into her skin reveals another of their powerful defenses against. Whoever buried Xin Jue wrapped her body as tightly as they could in an astounding 20 layers of silk. This silk cocoon suffocated bacteria living inside her body. They placed her wrapped body in no fewer than 4 coffins, each designed to fit tightly inside one another, and each sealed with a thick coating of raw lacquer. Then, they encased these coffins inside a massive burial chamber, over 6 meters long, over 6 meters wide, and nearly 3 meters high. They surrounded the burial chamber with 5 tons of charcoal and a moisture-blocking layer of clay over 1 meter thick. Finally, they packed the tomb shaft tightly with soil and capped the top with a mound of earth some 15 meters high.
Similar tombs, deep tombs in cool environments in other parts of the world, have not preserved bodies to this degree. They just haven't done.
Archaeologists found Sin Shui and the magistrate Sui floating in a mysterious reddish fluid. Ancient Chinese texts tell of embalmers pouring a special liquid into coffins just before they sealed them. It was mildly acidic and contained traces of cinnabar, a mercury ore, and an ancient Chinese metal could have helped kill flesh-destroying bacteria. Eternity didn't turn out like Sin Shui planned. Instead of partying forever with her friends, she lies under the wondering gaze of descendants living in a China she could never have imagined.